Then we would like to start our class right now. Thank you everyone for joining today. Let me figure it out. All right. So today we're gonna conduct a class is called writing task 2. So if you're really excited regarding writing task 2, please type in the chat box writing task 2. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna basically share the ideas how to explore all the information for writing task 2 and structure it and how to apply it in our writing task 2. So if you're really excited, please type in the chat box excited, and I would like to start right now. Can you please just pin me? I'm not sure why I cannot pin myself, so that everyone can see me and I can share my screen as well. Thank you everyone. All right, so in writing task 2, can you please type in the chat box how many words you have to write at least? Very quickly, type in the chat box how many words you have to write. Okay, Zarabian said 250. Excellent. Anybody else? Salah said 250. Yeah, that's right. That's the 250. Excellent. Thank you. Anybody else? 250. Okay, thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you for responding. So yeah, that's right, 250. So if you can write down 250, yeah, that's going to be good enough. However, how many, okay, actually, how many words you can write instead of 250? So because once you start writing task 2, you don't count a lot. However, you have got some sort of ideas that if I write down like 25 sentences or 20 sentences, is going to be 250 or something like this. So that's how you count the words. So however, so it's always accepted if you write down plus minus 250. So it might be 25 words more or 25 words less. It still is acceptable. But if you write down less than that, so that means you will be in problem. So Shuzan, can you please quickly just give me the host? I'm not sure why I cannot pin it myself. Quickly, please make me host. Okay. So next question I'm going to ask you is in 250 words. So what sort of things you will write actually in the writing task 2? Type in the chat box. I'd like to see. In writing task 2, how many? Okay, so how are you going to explore the information? How are you going to structure it? Type in the chat box. It's an open question. আপনি আপনার মতামত জানাতে পারেন যে কিভাবে এই টাস্ক 2 তে কি কি জিনিস লিখবেন, কি কি জিনিস থাকবে। Okay, excellent. Thank you for your response. Thank you for your response. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So someone said introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, conclusion. Okay, excellent. So what else ideas you have got? How are you going to structure your task 2? Very quickly, please type in the chat box. I know that most of our students here, they would like to sit for IELTS exam. So probably by this time they have got some sort of idea. So I'd like to see how you're going to structure it. How are you going to structure it? Okay, excellent. Yeah, this is how you're going to structure it. Excellent. Okay, so Zara said 4 steps. Okay, excellent. Anybody else? Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for your response. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a topic and you need to write down the topic. Can you please write down? So basically, this is a question for task 2. Some students aim to go abroad for higher study, others stay at home. Please write down this sentence. Some students aim to go abroad for higher study, comma, others stay at home. So this is the statement. Some students aim to go abroad for higher study, comma, others stay at home. Present both, for your opinions and against your opinions, and whose group do you recommend and why. So this is basically a question, so we're gonna work on it today. Still I'm suffering. I'm not sure why I don't see my sharing. Okay, so quickly what I'm gonna do, I will I'll keep talking to you, and then I will I'm not sure why it's still I see like this. Anyway, so I'll just quickly swap the computer as well. Some students aim to get higher education, comma, others stay at home. So yeah, that's the statement. So now please write down also, please present both in bracket for and against opinions. Whose group do you recommend and whose group do you recommend? Okay. So I'm not sure why still I'm struggling to use the Mac. Okay. Okay, so now I can see a lot of comments here. So some students aim to go abroad for higher studies or higher education, comma, others stay at home. Present both logics in bracket for and against, right? So we're gonna say some sort of positive things, and we're gonna say some sort of negative things as well. And this is how basically we will present the whole idea. We'll structure it, and we're gonna write down the essay, and we're gonna make a conclusion as well. So this is how we're gonna do it, right? So if you are ready, please type in chat box ready. I'd like to see how many of you are really ready to start with. Quickly type in the chat box. Okay. Okay, so now just I'm asking you a question. I'm asking your opinion. So let's say we're gonna support this idea. So some students aim to get higher education. So give me 3 reasons why people would like to get higher education from abroad, like UK, US, and Canada, right? Quickly type in the chat box. Why? Why people are interested in going abroad for higher study? Give me 3 reasons. Give me 3 reasons, please. Why? Why? So give me 3 reasons. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay, so just I'm waiting for your answer. So why do you think students go abroad for higher studies? Give me 3 reasons. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. I'd like to read your comment. So quickly, please type in chat box. What are the reasons you think students go for? Okay. I'd like to see your comment. Very quickly, please type in chat box. Why students go abroad? So, okay, now I'm getting some answers. So they want higher education, okay, for a study, okay, for education, got it, higher education. Number 2, better research field. Number 3, explore my knowledge. Okay, excellent. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else? So Zara Bhuyan said, students graduate firstly, they want, okay. I'd like to say Abdul's comment. So if you don't share your opinion, you'll be struggling while you're going for writing task 2. So whatever it comes in your mind, just, write it down. So to develop their life, to get higher education, enlarge their knowledge. Okay, excellent. For developing career, experience, and settle. Okay, excellent. Good opportunity. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Who else? So quickly type in the chat box why students go abroad for higher education, to develop their career. Okay, excellent. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Khushbu said better life, better study, better facilities. Okay. So can you please say something very specifically, that what are the 3 reasons students go abroad for higher study? So still I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, understand. So next question I'm asking you. So, okay, give me the opposite opinions. Why students stay home? They don't want to go abroad. Why students stay home? Why? Why students stay home? Quickly. So that means why some students stay in their country. They don't like to go abroad. Excellent. Okay, so quickly I'm gonna. So what I'm gonna do quickly, I'm gonna swap my computer because I couldn't share my screen through the Mac. Anyway, I think now it's okay. Here you go. So I think you can see me and hear me properly from here. Okay. So now the question was, why students stay in country? Why students stay at home country? Very quickly type in the chat box. Okay, so someone wants to try to say homesickness, I think. Okay, to develop. Okay, it's different to live without your family member or close friend in a local place. Okay, to live with family. Okay, excellent answer. Thank you for responding. Anybody else? So why students stay home? That means they stay their own country, they study in their own country. What the reason? Probably they might have interest, but still they'd like to stay in their home country. So type in the chat box. I'd like to see what are the reasons, because in your writing task is very vital that you understand the topic and you get some ideas very quickly so that you can structure it and then you can start writing. Right, so that's the thing. So what we are doing is called mapping out. right? So it's called mapping out. Please type in the chat box mapping out. Very quickly, please type in the chat box mapping out. Mapping out. So now what you're doing is called mapping out. So it's very important you do the same thing at during your test. So once you start mapping out, that means you are getting a lot of ideas, right? So now I figured out. Now, all right. So I think I have got so many ideas. I have got so many ideas from you. So he says a lot of things about the positive why students go abroad for higher education, and also he said something that why people are staying at home. They don't like to go abroad. So now, so exactly, it's called mapping out. So we have mapped out. So 3 reasons why students go for higher study abroad, and also 2 reasons why students would like to stay home. Now, I'd like to share my screen first of all, so that you can see it, the question first of all. Where is my question? Okay, so this is the question. So some students aim to go abroad for higher study, comma, others stay at home. Present both for and against opinions, and which group do you recommend and why? So this is, let's say, your task 2, and now you need to work on it. So first of all, I'm going to ask you. So let's say you're going to give some ideas for the topic, and you're gonna give some ideas against the topic, but you'd like to make a decision, let's say, for the topic. So how many logics you're gonna give for, and how many logics you're gonna give against? যদি আপনি কোনো জিনিস সাপোর্ট করেন সেটার পক্ষে বেশি কথা বলবেন, না যেটার বিপক্ষে আপনি আছেন সেটার পক্ষে কথা বলবেন? সো লেটস সে আপনি অলরেডি এই টপিক দেখে ডিসাইড করে ফেলছেন যে আমি ফর, অর্থাৎ স্টুডেন্টস সাম স্টুডেন্টস এম টু গো অ্যাব্রড ফর হায়ার স্টাডি, এইটা সম্পর্কে আমি বেশি বলবো, এবং ফাইনালি এইটাই আমি রিকমেন্ড করবো যাতে স্টুডেন্টরা দেশে পড়াশোনা না করে, বিদেশে যাতে পড়াশোনা করে, কারণ আমি এই জায়গায় অনেকগুলো লজিক দিব। হ্যাঁ, এইটা আপনি অলরেডি ডিসাইড করে ফেলছেন। এখন আমার কোশ্চেন হলো যে আপনি অলরেডি ডিসাইড করে ফেলছেন যে স্টাডি অ্যাব্রোডের পক্ষে আপনি কথা বলবেন, তাইলে লেটস সে উই গোনা গিভ 5 লজিক্স। সো আপনি কোনটার পক্ষে বেশি কথা বলবেন, পক্ষে না বিপক্ষে? I'd like to see your comment. So please very quickly type in the chat box. So for what you're gonna talk a lot, for or against, because at the end you have decided that you're gonna give a conclusion, something like, okay, so this is why I always recommend and our students go abroad for higher study, right? So type in this chat box. I'd like to see আপনি টপিক দেখে আপনি ডিসিশন নিয়ে ফেলছেন যে আপনি পক্ষে কথা বলবেন, তাহলে কোনটার পক্ষে বেশি যুক্তি দিবেন? ফরের পক্ষে। ওকে, এক্সেলেন্ট। সো লেটস সে উই গোনা মেক 5 লজিক্স। সো তাহলে কিভাবে ডিভাইড করব? 3টা হলো পক্ষে, 2টা হলো বিপক্ষে, ফাইনালি আমি কনক্লুশন টানবো। ইজ ইট ক্লিয়ার? সো যখনই আমি এরকম একটা controversial মানে কি আমাকে একটু চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে জানান। So when we have some sort of controversial topic like this, so first of all we'll see the topic, and we're going to ask ourselves, so which one should I think I should go for? কোনটার পক্ষে বেশি যুক্তি দেয়া যায় সেইটার পক্ষে আমি যাব, না সেটার বিপক্ষে? অবশ্যই সেটার পক্ষে যাব। So if I go for something either for or against, so let's say I'm going for, right? পক্ষের যুক্তি দিব, সেই ক্ষেত্রে আমি কি করব, লজিক গুলো বেশি দিব পক্ষে, এবং বিপক্ষে একটু কম দিব, তারপরে ফাইনালি আমরা একটা কনক্লুশন টানবো। ইজ ইট ক্লিয়ার? So this is how we're gonna start writing and structure task 2. So if we would like to go like this way, so this is how okay, so now, so here you go. So we're gonna do some sort of brainstorming. So first of all, we're gonna say quality of education. So can you please type in the chat box? I'd like to see everyone else comment. Type in the chat box that number one reason is quality of education. Number one is quality of education. Student by the number one is quality of education. Number two is career opportunity. Number three is settlement. So these are the three reasons we're gonna give to write down task one. The topic is some students aim to get higher education abroad, others stay at home. So we're gonna present both sides and then we're gonna make a conclusion. Okay. So yeah, so quality of education, career opportunity, and settlement. So these are the three reasons we're gonna give. So can you please type in chat box these three reasons: quality of education, career opportunity, and number three is settlement. These are the three reasons we're gonna say about the topic. Okay, so we're gonna say about the topic. These are the three reasons. And now we're gonna say against. So against three reasons we're gonna give is, so if someone stay at home and study, it's not that much expensive, right? So দেশে বসে পড়াশোনা করলে খরচ অতটা বেশি না. So that's the first reason. And second is staying with family members, right? That means living with family. So these are the two reasons we're gonna give against. So now we have got three reasons. Number one is quality of education. Number two is career opportunity. Number three is settlement. And on the other hand side, on the other hand, we're gonna say, so education in home country is not that much expensive and students can stay with their family while studying. So quickly type in the chat box these two reasons: not expensive and staying with family. Okay, so these are the mapping out. This is the brainstorming. Now we have done this, and now what are we gonna do? This is how we're gonna structure it, right? So we're gonna say logic number one, logic number two, logic number three. And once you finish that, then we're gonna say logic number one against, logic number two against. So how many reasons, how many logics we are giving in this essay? Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. আমরা কতগুলো লজিক দিচ্ছি এই এসের জন্য? 5. Altogether 5. So now, if you know how to explain these bullet points, these logics, you are done. You might write more than 250 words. Can you? So যদি আপনার টপিক এরকম আসে আর যদি আপনি পক্ষে এবং বিপক্ষে লিখে তারপরে সেটাকে এসেতে রূপান্তরিত করেন, আপনার কাছে যদি 5টা লজিক থাকে, 5টা রিজন থাকে যেটা আপনি এক্সপ্লেইন করে বলতে পারবেন, do you think you can write more than 250 words? Type in the chat box yes if you can. যদি আপনি এরকম 5টা লজিক পান পক্ষে এবং বিপক্ষে, আপনি কি মনে করেন যে আপনি 250 বেশি ওয়ার্ড লিখতে পারবেন? পারবেন কি পারবেন না একটু লিখে জানান। Okay, excellent. So of course you can. Now what are you gonna do? We will go this way. So so this is the structure especially for task 2. So we're going to write down something in introduction, then in body we're going to give 3 reasons, and then we're going to give 2 reasons against it, and then we're going to make a conclusion. So basically this is the structure for writing task 2. So you might change it. There is no hard and fast rule, but if you follow this, it's going to be easier for you. Life is going to be easy to write down the task 2. So now I would recommend everyone else, can you please write down the structure? So কিভাবে আমরা task 2 এর স্ট্রাকচার লিখব একটু লিখে দেখান আমাকে। So প্রথমেই আমরা কি দেব? Introduction, then we're going to write down reasons, 3 reasons. So number 1, logic number 1, logic number 2, logic number 3. Then we're going to write down against, logic number 1, logic number 2. Then we're going to make a summary or we're going to make a conclusion. So I would like to see everyone's comment in the chat box. How are we going to structure it? How are you going to structure it? So, okay, so Arifin said intro, 3 reasons, plus 2 reasons, plus conclusion. Excellent. So this is how we're going to make this structure. And it looks better as well, right? And especially when you read out the Cambridge passage, you see the similar structure. They start with a paragraph, it's called introduction, then they give some sort of logics, first of all, moreover, furthermore, then they change the whole thing, they give some sort of opposite things, and they start with however, but, although, though, then they give a few logics, and then they make a conclusion. This is how the passage is written as well. So if you follow the same structure, it's going to look better, right? So now we have gone so far. Now there are few students, they came a bit later, so just I'd like to make sure they don't miss out anything. So today we are working on task 2. So we also know that it has to be plus minus 250 words. So we can write down plus minus 10%. That means it might be more than 10% words, or it might be less than 10%, right? But we will try to write down 250 words. And how we're going to write it? So basically, first of all, we're going to do the map out. Map out means, especially in the task 2, if it is not description other than, so mostly you find some sort of controversial topic. So once you get controversial topic, then what are you going to do? So you're going to read them out very minutely. Then try to find out, so who's going to be better, for or against? Then once you find that, okay, I can give a lot of logics, a lot of reasons for it, then yeah, take a decision that you're going to write for it. And if you think that, okay, something, for example, smoking is a fashion nowadays for youngsters, right? So what's your recommendation? So if the topic is like this, and you see there are a lot of disadvantages, you can describe, you can quote it. In that case, probably you're going to take a decision that you're going to write against it. So this is how we need to do it, right? So যখন আপনি টপিকটা পড়বেন, পড়ে আপনি ডিসিশন নেবেন যে কোনটার পক্ষে আমি বেশি যুক্তি দিতে পারবো আর কোনটার পক্ষে কম যুক্তি দিতে পারবো। যেটার পক্ষে বেশি যুক্তি দিতে পারবেন সেটাই আপনি সাপোর্ট করবেন, এবং ইনিশিয়ালি আপনি একটা ডিসাইড করে ফেলবেন যে I'm gonna support it or I'm not gonna support it. So once you make the decision, then you're gonna put the structure like intro, then body. Body means 3 reasons for, 2 reasons against, or 2 reasons for, 3 reasons against. পক্ষে না বিপক্ষে যাবেন। যদি আপনি পক্ষে যান তাহলে 3টা পক্ষে যুক্তি দিবেন, 2টা বিপক্ষে যুক্তি দিবেন। আর যদি বিপক্ষে যেয়ে থাকেন তাহলে 2টা পক্ষে দিবেন, 3টা বিপক্ষে দিবেন। Then finally you're gonna write down a conclusion. So is it clear to you? If it is clear, please type in the chat box it's clear. I'd like to see how many of you made it clear. আমি একটু দেখতে চাই কারা কারা এতটুকু পর্যন্ত ক্লিয়ার। Okay, so now you got the whole structure. So if you understood the whole structure, please type in the chat box I got it. I got it. Okay, so now, so 4 things to consider in your writing. So number 1, so this is the thing you need to understand as well. So task achievement is called, the first one is called task achievement. That means you need to present the information accurately, answer all parts of all the task, provide a clear overview, highlight key features and support detail with the data, and give a clear position, have a definite opinion, right? So this is the task 2. So number 1, task achievement is this, right? So যখনই আপনি task achievement কি সম্পর্কে চিন্তা করবেন, তখন এইগুলো জিনিস আপনাকে মাথায় রাখতে হবে যে আমি ক্লিয়ারলি আমি ইনফরমেশন দিব, আমি সকল যে কোশ্চেন আছে, যে যতগুলো পার্ট আছে সবগুলোরই আনসার করব, কোনোটা যাতে মিসিং না হয়, এবং একটা ক্লিয়ার ভিউ দিব, এবং এট দা লাস্ট আমি কোনটার পক্ষে সেইটা একদম ক্লিয়ারলি তাদেরকে জানাবো যে this is the reason for it or I'm against it. Okay, this is the first thing you need to consider. Second thing is coherence and cohesion. So you need to understand this. So manage paraphrasing, paragraphing, and number 2, make sure that each paragraph has a central idea. For example, central idea means you say quality of education. So যখনই quality of education সম্পর্কে explain করবেন, so this is a central idea, quality of education. Next one is career opportunity, another central idea. Third one is settlement, another central idea. So when you talk about in each paragraph, you give a clear idea what you're talking about, and also linking words and cohesive devices. So this is very important. Okay, we don't like to make it complicated. So linking words means connecting words. Can you please type in the chat box? Linking words means connecting words. Linking words means connecting words. Connecting words means first of all, moreover, furthermore, also, and. So these are the connecting words. So যখনই আপনি একটু ব্যতিক্রমধর্মী অপোজিট কিছু বলবেন তখনই কি বলবেন? However, but, though, although. So this is how you need to switch the idea from positive into negative, or from negative into positive, right? So linking words means connecting words. Type in chat box. So what are the connecting words we should use in our writing? আমাকে একটু লিখে জানান. First of all, or fastly, or at first, right? So second, so for example, when you're going to write about what is called higher quality of education, we're going to say first of all, right? And once we clear the idea, we have written, we gave examples or evidence, then in the next idea, we're going to say moreover. So please type in chat box, moreover. So once we have done this idea, we have given examples or evidence, then we're going to say furthermore for settlement, right? So first idea, we started with first of all, we have written a lot of things about what is called quality of education. Then once you have done, then the second idea, central idea, we have started talking about career opportunity, and we have used connecting words moreover. And the third one, we're going to use furthermore. Please type in chat box, furthermore. Okay, so once you have cleared the idea about the furthermore, if you have some more ideas, you can also use and, also. These are the connecting words. Now, so you have written positive things about studying abroad. So quality of education, career opportunity, settlement. Now you're going to start talking about the other side, opposite side. So in that case, we can say however, but, although. So write down these three things: however, but, although. Now, to make it clear, I'm going to give some sort of examples. So when I'm gonna say something about positive things, I'm gonna use this. First of all, moreover, furthermore, and also. And after that, when I'm gonna say something negative about that thing, so I'm gonna switch the idea using a connector. It's called however, but, although. Now I'm giving some examples. So let's say I'm gonna talk about Trump. So when I'm going to start talking about the Trump, about the positive things. So first of all, Trump is a businessman. First of all, Trump is a businessman. So I'm talking about him and giving some positive ideas. Moreover, he's an ex-president of United States. I'm talking about positive thing. Right? Furthermore, he is a real estate mogul, right? I'm giving more information about Trump, positive things. However, he is not respectful to the lady. So I'm giving negative information about Trump. So then I'm putting negative information, and he got married a few times, or he, okay, so just I'm making it up, right? I'm not against him. So this is how you need to give some sort of example. So now I'm gonna make one more example. So Mr. X, first of all, Mr. X is a hard working person, number one. So we can talk a lot about, and we can give some sort of examples why I have said him hard working person. Moreover, he earns a lot. He draws a handsome salary, like say 6-figure. And what he does with this money, he supports his family, he donates a lot, he does some sort of social work, right? Furthermore, he is a pious man. he is very religious, he prays 5 times, da 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 da. Now I'm giving him some sort of negative information. However, he takes bribe in his job or in his service. সে ঘুষ খায়, right? So and he doesn't do fasting. Now I'm giving negative information. And in conclusion, I can say, however, considering all the information, as a person, I like him. And yeah, so he should be appreciated for his deed. Do you understand how I'm coming with these linking words? So in your IELTS, especially in your speaking and in your writing as well, you need to put a lot of connecting words. So if you understood, please type in the chat box connecting words. Connecting words. So these are the connecting words. I'm so sorry. So these are the connecting words you need to make sure. So next one is lexical resources. Lexical resources is nothing but wide range of vocabulary. So please type in chat box vocab. So in your writing, you need to use a wide range of vocabularies. What does it mean is you should use some sort of vocabularies what we don't use regularly. So, and also the same vocabulary you shouldn't use time and again. Try to use different sort of vocabularies. So that's called lexical vocabularies. And the last thing is you need to consider is grammatical range and accuracy. So use a wide range of grammatical structure, tenses, as you have learned in the last classes, transformation of sentences like simple, complex, and compound. These sort of things you should use in your writing and speaking as well. So once you follow these 4 things, you're gonna get a better score in IELTS exam. So at least 7 in IELTS in writing and speaking. So I recap what I just said. So task assignment, that means you should stick to the topic. Don't say a lot of things which is not relevant to the topic, right? And once you say something, say it clearly and give a clear position and definite opinion, right? So the second thing you need to consider is coherence and cohesion. So coherence and cohesion means so you follow, right? You follow, you have got good flow of information. For example, positive, 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 then negative, then negative, 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 then conclusion. So you have to have a flow of information. It's called coherence and cohesion, right? And in this regard, you need to use connecting words. For example, I said, first of all, moreover, furthermore, and also, then but, however, whatever it is. And then you need to consider about using different sort of vocabularies, especially in your writing and in your speaking as well. And the final thing is grammatical range and accuracy. So grammatical range means different sort of structure, variation in your writing and in your speaking. Right. So once you understand these 4 things, and if you follow this in your writing and your speaking, you're gonna get a better score in IELTS exam. So what are you gonna do? We're gonna write down these 250 hours right now. Are you ready? Are you ready? So quickly, we're going to write down 250 words for this topic. So the topic was some students aim to get higher education abroad, comma, others stay at home. So present both sides like positive and negative, and then which one do you support? This is how we need to write down. So what I'm going to do, so this is the first thing you need to understand. So some students aim to go abroad for higher education, others stay at home. So okay, you don't need to write right now. So can you please read them out? So higher education is considered as the gateway to opportunity nowadays. That is why many students aspire for higher education. Some students choose to study overseas, whereas others prepare to study locally. In this essay, I'll present both logics first and make a conclusion with the best possible recommendation at the end. So what I did, basically, I paraphrase what is written in the questions, right? So paragraph 1 is paraphrasing. Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. Type in the chat box. Paragraph 1 is paraphrasing. So কি করতে হবে? ফার্স্ট প্যারাগ্রাফে কি করতে হবে? শুধুমাত্র কোশ্চেনের যেটা আছে সেইটাই সুন্দর করে একটু বাড়িয়ে গুছিয়ে প্যারাফ্রেজ করে লিখতে হবে। So everyone else, please type in the chat box. Paragraph 1 is all about paraphrasing. Paragraph 1 is all about paraphrasing. Yeah, quickly type in chat box. I'd like to see. So paragraph 1, that means introduction, is all about paraphrasing. Paraphrase মানে কি? সেম মিনিং, সেম জিনিস একটু ঘুরিয়ে পিছিয়ে ডিফারেন্ট ওয়েতে লেখা, সেটাকেই বলে কি? প্যারাফ্রেজিং। সো আই হ্যাভ রিটেন the introduction. I didn't do anything, just I paraphrased whatever is in the question. Some students tend to go abroad for higher education, others stay at home. So আমি কি বলছি? Higher education is considered as the gateway to opportunity nowadays. That is why many students aspire for higher education. Some students choose to study overseas, whereas others prefer to study locally. In this essay, I'll present both sides first and make a conclusion with the best possible recommendation at the end. So paragraph 1 is paraphrasing of the question, right? So now, can you remember? So now we're gonna jump into body, right? So body তে আমরা কি লিখবো? First logic. First logic আমাদের কি ছিল? Please type in chat box. What was the first logic? What was the first logic? Type in the chat box very quickly. What was the first logic? আমরা যখন পাঁচটা লজিক নিয়ে কথা বলছিলাম, ফার্স্ট লজিক কি ছিল? So we have spoken about 5 logics. So the first logic was quality of education. So please type in chat box, quality of education. Quality of education. Quickly. Quality of education. Okay, so this is very important as well. So once you talk about that logic, so you support it with evidence or example, with evidence or examples. So once you start talk about quality of education, you need to give some sort of examples or evidence. So now give me 2 sentences. What you can say about quality of education? Quality of education দিয়ে আমাকে 2টা সেন্টেন্স লিখে দেখান। What you can say about quality of education studying abroad? So you can say students study abroad for quality of education. So there are a lot of students study abroad for quality of education. So if you consider the top 50 universities in the world, you will find there are located in UK, USA, Canada, Australia, these sort of countries. So students love to have their first qualification from those sort of countries, and that's why they choose to study abroad. You give an example, right? So you need to give me example. Whatever you say, you need to support that with example or evidence. So or you can give, so according to Time magazine or Higher Education magazine, it was found that the top 20 universities are located in these countries, and that's why most of the students, they would like to fly to those countries to get their quality of education. Just an example or evidence, right? So this is how you need to do it. So now what we can say? We can say most of the students travel to achieve a quality of education, which opens door for international career. Okay, so the second one, now we're going to talk about career opportunities, right? So most of the students travel to achieve a quality of education, which opens door international career opportunities. For example, graduates will have access to working Canada once they have got a degree from UK. So do you understand? So if someone has got first degree, bachelor degree or master's degree from United Kingdom, so the world is open for him or her, because this sort of education system is accepted worldwide. So for example, if you'd like to work in Bangladesh or Canada or USA, so it's still the UK education it's been accepted by the other countries. So this is the career opportunity, worldwide career opportunity. So you can give another example saying that, right? So this is how I need to give example. So now if I go for the third one is, okay, so moreover, students aim to have job immediately with a better salary along with their opportunities for career progression, access to have these resources and opportunities, for example, post-study work offered to work and prove themselves, right? So this is how you can say something, right? So you can say, so once the students finish their course or master's degree or bachelor degree, so even international students, they're gonna have opportunities to work inside the country, and there is a system is called graduate visa or post-study work. They're gonna have full-time 2 years work permit, and this is how students can have experience and access to the resources, have experience from first world countries. This is another example. So while you are saying about the opportunities, career opportunities, right? So clearly আপনি বলতে পারেন যে বাইরের দেশে যারা পড়াশোনা করতে চায় ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্ট হিসেবে সেই ক্ষেত্রে সে পড়াশোনা শেষে 2 বছরের ওয়ার্ক পারমিট পায় এবং সে সেই ক্ষেত্রে বিভিন্ন জায়গায় ফুল টাইম কাজ করতে পারে, ওয়ার্ক এক্সপেরিয়েন্স নিতে পারে এবং সেই জায়গায় ক্যারিয়ার বিল্ড আপ করতে পারে, রাইট? And last one is we have spoken about settlement, right? The third logic we have given about settlement. So please type in chat box still if you can remember settlement. So আমাকে একটু লিখে দেখান যে still you can remember settlement. Okay, so now you can say, so now you see students study here. They have got 2 years full-time work permit. They have got work experience. They adjust with this lifestyle, and they intend to stay here. And once they get work permit, they go through what is called tier 2 visa and work placement or work permit again. And in 5 years' time, they get settlement here and they get settled. And after 1 year of settlement, they get British passport. So this is how they settled in the UK. Just an example you can give also, right? So now we have given 3 logics. So number 1, we said quality of education. Number 2, we said about career opportunity, and number 3, we said about settlement. And now we're going to give 2 opposite what is called logics. So one was, can you remember what was the first one? Opposite যুক্তি আমাদের বিপক্ষের যুক্তি কি ছিল প্রথমটা? একটু লিখে দেখান। So less expensive, okay? So you can say some of the students intend to stay home country and study there because the cost of education is much more, is not expensive as it is in the first world countries or UK and Europe and America, right? So you can give some sort of example. So if someone wants to study in Bangladesh, they can finish their bachelor and master's degree spending 2 to 3 lakhs. I mean, if they study public university. If they would like to study private university, it shouldn't be more than like 5-6 lakhs. However, if someone wants to study UK, so they need like 10 to 12 lakhs. So in comparison to Bangladesh, So you give examples and you give evidence as well. This is how you write another logic. And the last one, what was the last one? Type in the chat box. আমাদের শেয়ার যুক্তি কি ছিল? আমাকে একটু quickly লিখে জানান. Still, if I can see you remember. The last one, what was the last logic? Last logic টা কি ছিল? Homesickness. Homesickness. That's another way to say. So homesickness আমরা কি বলতে পারি? So most of the students when they pass their school and college, so they don't like to leave their family because they're not considered to cook by themselves, and also they'd like to stay with their parents as well. And that's the reason students don't like to go abroad, because they feel homesickness. ওকে, সো আমরা কি করলাম, তিনটা পক্ষের যুক্তি দিলাম, দুইটা বিপক্ষের যুক্তি দিলাম। সো ইন কনক্লুশন, what you can say, কনক্লুশন আমরা কি বলতে পারি? সো I'm going to give you 30 seconds to write down 1 or 2 sentences. Write it down in the chat box. Conclusion আমরা কি করতে পারি? Quickly type in the chat box. In conclusion, what you can say? In conclusion. Okay, so just a quick question. How can we write down in conclusion? Because probably most of the students, they will write in conclusion. We can write down, we can write to conclude. We can write to summarize. We can write a lot of things, right? So to conclude, in conclusion, to summarize, in summary, it can be said that at the end. Okay, you can say that as well. Okay, so now write down, give me 2 words, what you can write down in conclusion. What you can write down in your conclusion. What you can write down, what you can say in your conclusion. So to conclude, it can be said that there are so many reasons to study abroad, as it was mentioned in my paragraph, in second paragraph. So some of them were however, in my opinion, I can say staying home is not an option, because it doesn't open a lot of opportunities and work worldwide. So I definitely recommend to study abroad. This is how we can make a conclusion, right? So now I'll ask you a few questions in regards of this writing task 2. I know there are so many students, probably you find it very difficult. However, in our IELTS class, in our IELTS course, so you will get 10 classes. So 5 for task 1 and 5 for task 2, right? So 10 classes. When you get on writing, you learn a lot of things, you learn more, and you apply this, and you become confident how to get 6.5 or 7+ in IELTS. And so make sure you join our IELTS, free IELTS course. So I have seen that one of my colleagues has given a post in Facebook group, and they have invited you to fill out the form and join the IELTS preparation course. So how many of you have filled out that form and you are waiting to join the course? Type in chat box me. আমি একটু দেখতে চাই এই গ্রুপে কারা কারা আছেন, যারা আমাদের ফেসবুক গ্রুপ ইউকে স্টাডি ভিসা এন্ড সাপোর্ট, এই গ্রুপে একটা পোস্ট দেখেছেন আমার কলিগের কাছ থেকে। সেই জায়গায় বলা হয়েছে যারা আইএলটিএস এর ফ্রি আইএলটিএস প্রিপারেশন কোর্স আমাদের সাথে করতে চান, তাদেরকে একটা ফর্ম দেওয়া হয়েছে, গুগল ফর্ম পূরণ করে তারপরে সেটা সাবমিট করতে। কে কে অলরেডি সাবমিট করেছেন আমাকে একটু কমেন্ট বক্সে, চ্যাট বক্সে লিখে জানান। How many of you just filled out? Let me see if I can show you the form. I'm sure if I can log in onto my Facebook page. I think I can log in. Right. Okay, let's see if I can log into my. Okay, I think I can log in. Okay, so now, so just showing you so that you can see. So this is our Facebook group, UK Study Visa Support, and you can see free. Who would like to join our 40 days online IELTS? So this is the link she has shared. So all you need to do is please share it. So all you need to do is you need to fill out this form, your name, your phone number, your email address, free IELTS course, yes or no? Would you like to give? Why would you like to give IELTS test? Give all the answer. Which country would you like to apply, and which course you'd like to apply, bachelor, masters, or others? Can you afford tuition fees? These are the questions just you need to answer. And so there are two groups of IELTS, free IELTS preparation course. One is VIP entry, and the other one is general entry. VIP entry means students who would like to go for VIP. They will do the class on Zoom. They will attend the class on Zoom. And who are the general entry, they will join the class from YouTube. That's the only difference, right? And once you fill out all this form, just you need to submit it. So once you submit it, what I can do, I think I can give you this link here. So once you finish this class, you can just click in here and you can fill out this form and you can join our free IELTS group. Okay, so that was all about today's class. So now, do you have any questions regarding today's class? Please ask me in the chat box. Okay, I think I can unmute yourself if you have got any questions. So, Karo jodi kono question theke thake, so you can ask me. So I'm unmuting all of you one by one. So Karo kono question thakle unmute kore jigyesha korte paro. Do you have any questions? Karo kono question ase kina? Okay, if you haven't got any question, that's absolutely fine. Or you can write down in the chat box. I can read it for you. So today we have covered how to. Okay, Masum Rahman said he has got a question. Masum, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Sir, is it? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Could you hear me, sir? Sir, sir, I want to ask you a question out of topic. I already inboxed you, but you didn't see yet. So it's all about to take a business partnership offers. So I already joined our VIP class, and I got a books, and on that books I got a offer in business purpose. So for these reasons, I want to take I want to talk with you about it.
Okay, no problem. So once you finish this class, so give me a call on WhatsApp.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. Anybody else has got any questions? Okay, so if you haven't got any questions, so let's recap what we have learned today. So we have I have shared with you how to structure the whole thing about task 2. So once you have started thinking about task 2, all you need to do is you need to think about mapping out. So before, take your pen and start writing, you need to consider what I'm going to write. Because so many students, they say, it's not possible to write down 250 words within a short period of time. Of course you can, once you have got the ideas and once you know how to structure it. So যখন আপনি জানবেন কিভাবে স্ট্রাকচার করবেন আপনার রাইটিংটা, তখন আপনি খুব দ্রুত এটা লিখে শেষ করতে পারবেন. So this is how you need to write it down. Number one, you need to map out, and you need to, first of all, you need to decide whether you're gonna go for. Okay, I'll give you the opportunity to ask me that question. So you need to first of all write down, so how many logics you're gonna give. So let's say 5 logics you're gonna give. So how many you're gonna go for the topic and how many you're gonna go against the topic. So let's say আমি পক্ষে 3টা দিব, বিপক্ষে 2টা দিব. So now I have decided I'm going to write these 5 things. Right. So once you start writing, so make sure that you explain what you mean by that reason or that logic, and give some sort of examples, give some sort of evidence. So especially in IELTS examiners, they want to see evidence or example in your writing. And once you start giving example or writings, make sure it's international standard. For example, if you give an example about Shad Gombuj Masjid, probably the IELTS examiner, probably he or she might not know about the Shad Gombuj Masjid, right? However, if you say something the international standard, then probably they might understand that. So let's try to give some sort of examples in international standard. So in our today's class, I try to give some sort of examples about studying, like, and I have mentioned some sort of magazine name. So IELTS examiners, they must know about this sort of magazines. Yeah, you can do that as well. And once you start writing something and once you pick up some sort of examples, it doesn't have to be accurate, right? আপনি জানেন না example exactly কত লিখতে হবে, কি পরিমাণ লিখতে হবে, just you can think of an example and you can give an example. So to support your ideas, you should give evidence or example. That's the next thing. And third thing is you need to give a lot of connecting words, linking words. So once you keep giving linking words, the examiner is following the information. For example, as I gave you some sort of example, first of all, quality of education, moreover, career opportunity, furthermore, settlement. However, so now I'm giving different or opposite information. And so again, using some sort of connecting words like and, also. And finally, you make a conclusion, and this is how you structure your writing task 1, and you get a better score in IELTS exam. And 4 things you need to consider in IELTS writing. Number 1 is task achievement. So read properly what the question is asking for. Question কি চেয়েছে সেইটা সম্পর্কে একটু ভালোভাবে মাথায় নেন. Number 2 is use lexical resources. That means different sort of vocabularies. Number 3 is coherence. That means, and cohesion. That means follow the information in such a way so examiner will follow your writing. And so how we're going to do that? Using connecting words. First of all, moreover, furthermore, da da da. And finally, you should think about your grammatical things and variety of grammars, variety of the structure. So if you consider this whole thing, you will get a better IELTS exam. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for joining today, and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. And tomorrow will be our last class. And I have given you the link, pasting the link one more time. So make sure you register yourself and you start doing IELTS preparation course with us. So I think someone has got a question. So who is this? Can you please unmute yourself and ask your question? I cannot find you. Okay. Anyway, so you are connected on my WhatsApp. So give me a call if you have got any personal questions. So I'll try to answer you. Thank you, everyone.